From Bruce Springsteen's Born to Run album, we heard the title cut, Born to Run. You're listening to WHFS at 102.3 FM.
The names of the DJs make up a familiar litany. Among them, Damien, David, Diane, and of course, the Weasel. To listeners of the small 3,000-watt Class A FM station based in Bethesda, WHFS-FM, homegrown, not-for-everyone progressive radio, is practically a religious experience. And they, the listeners, people ranging in age from their teens to their early 30s, are almost like a cult.
Without this radio station, my FM receiver becomes virtually worthless. The alternative to this station is very loud and obnoxious radio. You find that the other popular or any other music-oriented station tends to use the music to bait you into listening to their advertisements.
You want to hear some old Neil Young stuff? Okay, I'll try and do that for you.
WHFS's popularity grew out of the ashes of the 1960s and the Woodstock generation. The station began to take off in 1971, 5 years after it was bought out of bankruptcy by a small group of Washington investors. One of those investors has his whole family involved in the station, giving it a mom and pop quality.
The idea behind it is to introduce new music and acquaint people with what's going on in the entire spectrum, as opposed to a brainwashed music format that is the result of either ill-advised consultants or people who are not really into it. Radio is something you have to stay into it yourself. You have to eat it, sleep it.
But Einstein's partners, who invested a total of $140,000 in 1966, are tired of waiting for their profits, and they've agreed to sell to the outlet company for $2.1 million. The outlet company, which owns WTOP AM All News Radio, wants to turn WHFS into an FM All News radio station. That's because Washington is one of the top news markets in the country. But the outlet's running into a lot of flack from people who want to keep WHFS what it is, a free-spirit music station. Fans are voicing their protests with letters, petitions, and calls to the station. The expected sale has big record companies upset because WHFS has become a trendsetter, usually way ahead of others in identifying tunes that will become important.
The #1 record in this country is Men at Work, and this radio station was playing it before any other radio station in the country even thought about playing it.
Outraged listeners are forming a corporation to fight back.
There are possibilities of convincing the outlet company that the format is popular and can be profitable, and that it would be wise to retain the profit or the program, the format on that frequency.
Radio is basically a business. We packaged a fantastic product. Now, if somebody doesn't see fit to honor those efforts and to take it further, and it's a business decision, they bought the station, they do what they want to do. That's the American dream.
There's one big ray of hope for listeners. No actual sales agreement has yet been signed. Ron Sarro, Eyewitness News.